Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming News. Today is the 15th October of 2018. My name is Kralizec and I will be your host for this evening. Today we're going to be talking about Star Citizen. Probably the most ambitious game ever. Seriously, Star Citizen just wants to be everything. A universe simulation, a space fighter simulation, first-person shooters. There literally isn't a game that's trying to be more. And we're going to talk about how it managed to raise another $1 million in under 4 days. So that's exactly what happened. They managed to raise over $1 million since their last release of their last alpha version, which is 3.3, which actually released with a really awesome looking feature. This feature is called F over IP, which means face over internet protocol. And you probably heard about VoIP, about voice over IP, which is essentially what Skype uses when you're calling somebody through Messenger or through FaceTime, I think it's called on Apple. Yeah, but this time you get to project your face onto digital characters in game. So they added this thing that essentially means that you get to make certain expressions. The computer will map them. So for example, you can look really sad, really happy, scared as shit, or whatever you want. And it will map that onto the character's face, which is a really cool feature, honestly, I would say. It's probably what's going to be need to happen before we get true virtual reality where we interact with each other, because let's face it, a lot of our communication is actually not happening through our words, but through our body language, through the way we look at each other, the fact that we smile, the fact that we look sad. That is so much information that you just cannot put really into words. I know it's a problem everybody's faced sometimes whenever you're just texting someone or chatting on them through Facebook or whatever service. That's why we have emojis, or smiley faces as they were called in the olden days, like 5 years ago. That's the reason why we have them, because it's really hard to put on emotion onto plain text, or even onto plain voice, to be honest. And voice is still a shit ton better than just plain text, but it's still not there when it comes to literally showing emotions. So I'm hoping this feature will actually be well done. This service was co-developed with Faceware Technologies, and the press release says it will allow players to connect their webcams and control their in-game characters' facial expressions with their own, creating a new level of immersion never before seen in video games. I honestly don't think it will be that big of a deal for Star Citizen unless you're going to be playing it in VR. Because, let's face it, most people are used to just playing with voiceover or, with listening to other people's voices, and you can get most of the emotions. But once we will get to a truly VR world where you just be completely immersed into it, facial expressions and body language at large, which will probably require something like haptic suits, will be an important part of this. So I'm hoping this is like the first step towards that. But, let's go back to Star Citizen, how much money it actually raised. So on Wednesday, they actually put on a trailer for their spin-off thing called Squadron 42, which is just dogfighting simulator, essentially. The game received almost $400,000, more specifically $380,000. Then it backed on another $325,000 on Thursday and another $190,000 on Friday and Saturday. Yeah, that's an insane amount of money. I'll just holy fuck. The thing is, Star Citizen is the most well-funded crowdfunded project ever to see the face of Earth. Right now, their total is around $195 million, and well, there's a good chance that it will hit $200 million before the year ends. And honestly, good for them. I really want to see Star Citizen exist. It's a game that could potentially change the gaming world. And if they ever manage to actually put it into VR, that could literally be the end of human civilization, as everybody would just be connected all the time to Star Citizen and live as a bounty hunter somewhere there in their universe. Though that's likely still far off, and we still need better VR services that are cheaper, haptic suits that work better, or ideally just neural interfaces. But man, those are a long, long way away from us. Still, I'm hoping I'm going to live to see them. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Steam, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news, as we are your source of daily gaming news every single day. See you guys later with more gaming content.